Joseph Joe Glitz Galizia, July 24, 1941, 1998 was a New York mobster who became a high-ranking soldier in the Genovese crime family, and ran a large gasoline bootlegging operation. Becoming a family member in the mid-1970s, Galizia became a made man in the Genovese family by killing Genovese mobster Carlo Colli Di Pietro. Di Pietro had been a partner of both Galizia and future Gambino boss John Gotti in a Queens flea market. During this time, Joe and Larry Galizia earned a reputation as a huge money maker by moving his family into the extremely lucrative gasoline bootlegging rackets. While never attaining a position within the administration, Galizia became a very influential and wealthy mafioso who occasionally answered directly to Vincent Gigante and his uppermost family members, often going over his captain's head. Galizia maintained interests in several Queens and Long Island-produced companies as well. Galizia and his brother Larry ran construction schemes, loan sharking, and extortion rackets in Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan and Long Island. In the early 1980s, Larry went to federal prison for supervising a credit card fraud scheme. The Galizias also engaged in criminal activities with Genovese gangsters Rosario Gangi, Alphonse, Ali Shades, Malngon and Rudolph, Rudy Q-Ball Izzy. Gasoline bootlegging partnership with the Russians. The gasoline bootlegging rackets were originally conceived by Russian mobsters. However, the Russians needed the cooperation of the New York Mafia 5 families to continue their business. Galizia's operation was run by Russian mob boss Marat Balagula and his associates Igor Roizman, Igor Porotsky, and Sheldon Levine. The mobsters would set up shell companies to distribute gasoline at a price fraudulently represented as including federal, state and local excise taxes. Naturally, the mobsters would in fact pay no tax on such sales. Should the operation be uncovered by the authorities, the shell companies would simply be closed, and others opened. Another major figure in the gasoline racket scene was Colombo crime family capo Michael Franzese, a friend of Galizia. Federal indictments in 1986, the Galizias, their Russian partners and Franzese were charged with evading over $5 million in taxes in just a few months. All the defendants were eventually convicted or pleaded guilty, and all went to federal prison. In 1989, while in prison, Joe Galizia was suspected by federal investigators of ordering the murder of Michael Markowitz, a Russian gangster. Markowitz was shot dead in Brooklyn by Joseph Reich. Galizia would be indicted again on similar charges in 1991. An investigation by the New York State Governor's Office reported that the New York 5 family's bootlegging scheme avoided taxes on 1 out of every 10 gallons of gasoline brought into the metropolitan area. The report stated that gasoline bootlegging had become the mob's most profitable scheme. LCN Group running the gasoline rackets and being one of the Genovese family's first point men in the gasoline bootlegging racket, Galizia was involved in the setting up of a council of mobsters that decided which wise guys and families had the rights to which companies and profits. Other wise guys involved in the operation included Genovese soldier Danny Bergano, based in the Bronx and East Harlem, Gambino Captain Anthony Fat Tony Morelli, based in Staten Island, Gambino soldier Gennaro Jimmy Switz Della Monica, Morelli Staten Island crew, Lucchese family under boss Anthony Gaspipe Castle, who testified before Congress about the mob's involvement with the Russians, Colombo capo Victor Orena, Jr., son of the family's former acting boss, Colombo soldiers Frankie the Bug Sciortino and Joseph Audino, both Orena crew members. Family ties. Joseph Galizia's brother Lawrence, Larry Glitz Galizia is a Genovese soldier. Joseph Galizia's son Lawrence, a Genovese associate, was arrested in 2001 on federal loan sharking charges. Former Gambino underboss Salvatore Sammy the Bull Gravano testified that at Galizia's son's wedding in the early 1990s, a sit-down was held between Gambino boss John Gotti and Patriarca crime family captain Junior Russo to avoid a shooting war with the family's new boss, Raymond Patriarca, Jr. References. Further reading: Friedman, Robert I. Read Mafia, How the Russian Mob Has Invaded America, 2000. Gallagher, Mike, Gas Tax Scam Plea, Newsday, January 7, 1992. Taylor, Leda, 5 Charged in Tax Scam, Newsday, January 31, 1991.